everybody, it's Brooke. I hope you're having a great day. I certainly am. I am going to catch up or try to catch up in my December daily. This is December, I don't know what the date is, 16th, 2024, I think. And this last page or the furthest behind that I am is the 11th of December. So that's easy. At least we can get some stuff stuck in. I've pulled out all my Christmas things. This is a little tray that has my printables over here, and most of these are freebies from my Facebook group, which I will link up there. Come on over and get yours. Just make sure to answer the 3 easy questions so that I know you're a person and not a bot, and I bet you'll get in. And then in these 2 bins, these 2 compartments, I have mostly Tim Holtz ephemera because I've got so much of it, and I just am trying to pile it all in here, layer it up, use it up, have fun with it. So that's what I use this little tray for. I have a couple faux washi strips, and they're kind of bugging me, so we should probably use those. So that's right up there. And then over here, I have a big bucket or shoebox of the stuff I wanted to use this year. Allison and Melissa, Allison at AJ's Inspired Life and Melissa at Messy Missy Creates, both were inspired by Lydia at February and June. Hi guys. To make a capsule of things to use for the month. I thought I would sort of do my own thing on that. So I've just got this box with some of my older Christmas things that I want to use up this year, which is not going to happen. But they're all right here and contained for me. And I have a bunch of printables, mine and other folks. I have my bag of rubber stamps for Christmas. I have these Tim Holtz words that are thick chipboard, but I find if I peel them, I can get them to work. Oh, I got this last year and didn't even remember. This is a Tim Holtz mini stencil kit. So that's pretty cool. It's 3 stencils. And let's see what else. Some Christmas rub-ons, little Christmas words by Tim Holtz, clipping stickers. His sticker book from, I don't know, probably 3 years ago, 5 years ago, a long time. Some scraps of vintage wrapping paper. These borders that are really cool. They're like vellum borders. And I got those a number of years ago at the discount store here in town. And then more Tim Holtz ephemera. Here's some little Tim Holtz people. These little winter people. And what else? Ribbons and trims. And a big bag of washi tape. This is a little envelope full of tabs that I've punched from scrapbook paper scraps. Say that twice. Just some more little things. This is a vintage Santa pin that I wanted to use on the cover, so we'll get to that. And then what else? Oh, a little playing card on a paper clip that I made a long time ago. Just a little cluster. A napkin scrap. It's just a whole bunch of little things. Stuff that I can use, should use, want to use. Tim Holtz, what does he call these? Mini flashcards? I guess just flashcards. Tim Holtz flashcards. 49 at Market washi tape, which is absolutely gorgeous. And there's a really big wide one in here, which is nice. So those are beautiful. The 49 in Market and the Tim Holtz stencils I got from Michelle at Your Crafting Source. Michelle is a genius. You can get anything you need, and I'll make sure to link her down below as well. And then this is just a bunch of cut-aparts and some notepads, Christmas notepads for writing. So that is what is in this giant box. I'm just going to put it off to the side here. Oh, and an LL Bean catalog, because I really like this image on the cover. If I can figure out how to cover something up, I don't know. I have it anyway, and I figured I could use the rest of it for gluing, because nothing is very interesting. I mean, it's clothes. LL Bean clothes. You know what they look like. That's them. But I do like this cover, so we might use the rest of it for gluing. Let's go ahead and take that cover off. And I will put that back with the printables. And that way, we have a magazine for gluing, and we're not carrying that whole magazine around in our journal. Okay, well, that's what I have, what I'm playing with. I also have these two pens, and I bought these at the Dollar Tree, and they're so much fun. They're the Ink brand, INC glitter markers. I have the gold and the green. I also have a red and a silver. And I think those were $1.25 for two of them. And they really work well. They're super fun. So I highly recommend. My Dollar Tree has started stepping up. All right. So here I am on the 11th. It was Wednesday. I've got all this stuff that goes on the other side. So I'll just slip that paper clip off and put it up there so we don't have a lump. I forgot my pencil board, darn it. Oh well, we'll be okay. All right then, so this day, Mark and I brought Christmas decorations up from the basement. That's not all of them, sadly there are more, too many. And these are my notes about what happened in the weather. So I had just, when I was going through other things, I just pulled some stuff I wanted to use. These little ornaments are from my December journal printables, which are available in my shop. And again, that will be linked down below, Recreations by Brooke on Etsy. It may be easier to follow the link if you're interested, because Etsy makes it tricky to find stuff. So I thought I would put these little ornaments on here. And I was talking about the fact that, gosh, I just don't have the Christmas spirit this year. I don't know if it's because my kids aren't coming home, or I'm going to cut that little wiry thing off. It's bugging me. I don't know what the deal is, but it's been like, poor Mark's been like, let's decorate. It'll be great. It'll be so much fun. That would be me complaining. But we got a bunch of decorations up, so it's all good. And if you guys hear a bunch of thumping and clanking, I'm sorry. The poor folks next door had the sewer line fail from the street, and their house is set back pretty far. So they're having to dig a giant hole into their basement and then dig up the whole driveway out to the street. And because it's so rocky around here, they're having a terrible time. Terrible, I tell you. Okay, do I want to do that? I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking something with these little ornaments. We could do that. I was going to draw little strings for them to dangle on. Oh, I don't like that. Maybe I like that. Oh yeah, I think I might like that. Okay, this background paper is a digital, and then I have a Tim Holtz ephemera piece from that kit and some gold washi tape already on here. Let's see, I think I'll do that. Let's do that. Nope, not sticky yet. Oh goody. So I'm just going to use my glue stick. Let's see if we can get this down. I don't know where my rubbing washcloth is. I have a cloth that I use to kind of buff the picture down. I don't usually journal up here, and I think I've forgotten to bring things. But that's all right. We'll make do. So I'm going to put that right there. And I'll just grab this paper towel. Hopefully that'll work. That kind of smushes it down and cleans any fingerprints off the photo. Of course, I got glue on it too because I have mad skills. And I was going to put in no Christmas spirit. I'm not sure about that. That's kind of a bummer, huh? I think I like it that way. And then we'll draw some little strings. Probably won't do my journaling on camera because I have to think about that. I got to concentrate on that. I don't have enough bandwidth to do both. But you'll get the idea. And it was a gray and grizzly day. Now that doesn't make sense at all, does it? Gray and drizzly. It's been that way a lot this December. We're expecting rain tonight, which is kind of odd. And then snow again later in the week. But that's Maine in December. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? I think I want to do that. You know, I'm gluing these and now I'm wondering if they're stickers. Are you a sticker? Let's get out the old pin pen. I know I printed some of them on stickers. And usually I use my Cricut to cut them out, but my printer upstairs with my Cricut is having a difficult time. It's complaining bitterly. Let's see. Oh, it is a sticker. Look, I've been gluing stickers on. Are you a sticker? Yes, you are. Huh. Silly me. Silly me. Okay, that works for me. And let's see, I've got a pen floating around here somewhere. So let's just draw some wires. So it looks like they're hanging. I like that. I think, well, you might need a little curly cue. No, Brooke, stop. Just don't do it. Step away from the marker. So I like them. They could use a shadow, so we might put some shadows in. And again, this is a Tim Holtz flashcard that I found. And I was kind of thinking about putting, because that's what my journaling is about. It was supposed to be 50 degrees this day, not even close. It was so cold. And it was gray and icy, and we brought all the decorations up, but I had no Christmas spirit. Do I want to put that in there? I might. And then I can do my journaling right here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I think I will use, because this is a little slick, the Tim Holtz flashcard. I think I'll use my art glitter glue. Because even though it's not all rainbows and puppies, still want to document it in my journal. Sometimes it's rainbows and puppies, and that's fun too, but sometimes it's not so much. Better cap up all these glues, huh? Easier said than done. And, oh, I should have inked that before I put it down. Darn it. Well, too late now. So I've got my Micron 0.05. All right then. Bah humbug, apparently, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to give that a second to dry off. I'm going to keep my Post-it note right there to remind me what's going on. So I like that. It kind of frames the picture a little bit. And actually, you know what? While that's drying, let's put some shadows around those guys. I've got my Stabilo All pencil. And this is a water-soluble black pencil. And I'm just going to go around a little bit. Just add a little dimension in that. I would normally use my watercolor pencils, but again, I don't journal up here all the time, so they are downstairs. We're using different things. Now I need a paintbrush. Where would I have put that? Here, we'll use a water brush, even though there's no water in it. Wow, so much stuff, you guys, so much stuff. All right, unburied my water. It looks disgusting, but I promise I just cleaned it out and filled it. It's just old and has color ingrained. So there's my little paintbrush. Now I'm just going to go around and activate that Stabilo pencil. So it'll make those ornaments stand out just a little bit more. Guess it was a little heavy-handed there. Trying not to hit my ornaments too much because the color will bleed since it's an inkjet printer that I use. It's going to activate the ink on the paper underneath, and I'm fine with that. just a little more depth and dimension. There, I like that. That makes them stand out a little bit more. Put that aside. Put my lid back on my water before I drop something important in there. And look at me go. I was flinging water everywhere. Now I'm thinking, just for funsies, let's use our glitter pen from the Dollar Tree to put the caps on these ornaments. I painted them gold originally, but let's make them sparkly gold. I've used this pen on almost every page, and I'm really liking it. It's not totally opaque. It's a little transparent, so you can still see underneath. Oh, I like that. That works. And that was fun. So let's outline our picture. What the heck? I've been doing that a lot too. I don't necessarily like to mat all of my pictures with another piece of paper. That really adds to the bulk, but just drawing a little frame helps kind of bring the picture forward a little bit. And there's a lot going on there, so it won't hurt it to have attention brought to it. There we go. Sorry guys, I forgot how to journal on camera. I'm just going to hit this with my heat tool. All right, that's nice and dry. So we can carry on to the next page. This entire page is actually a pocket. This is coffee dye or dyed paper from Amy at Hags Hollow. I have lost all my words. Maybe I should have a sip of coffee. Amy at Hags Hollow, Darkwood Sanctuary. She dyes beautiful paper, and I will also link her down below. Yum. Delicious coffee. Okay, that'll make me smarter. So at any rate, this whole thing is a pocket if I need more room. And for this day, what do I have? Oh, I found a little flash card with a cardinal. I've got my day and my date. I've got my note. That's a picture of a cardinal that I printed on regular printer paper, but then I had space on a piece of photo paper, and I'm thinking I might use, oh, that glare is terrible. I might use that one instead. I took it with my iPad, so it looks like the bird is really far away, but he was like 10 feet from me, and he and his wife were having a spat of some nature. It was really pretty funny. So I'll put my notes over here. Mark got some mulling spices, and I was thinking I could probably make a tag out of that, couldn't I, to go in the pocket? I could do that. Let's just see. This is the box it came in, obviously. Could I make this into a tab? All right, I bet I could. Let's do that. Let's cut that ripped part off. Try not to get to the hole. I think I'll put a grommet into the hole, not a grommet, an eyelet. There we go. And we'll just cut the box down. I think this will work beautifully. We'll cover it with something on the back. If you guys can get your hands on the Stonewall Kitchens mulling spices, they're non-GMO. They are delicious. And it's also gluten-free, so that's nice if you have a problem with gluten. Now, let's see. Let me find my eyelet. Okay, I've got my eyelets. Very close to being too small for that hole. So I picked out kind of a bronzy one. I guess it's brass, really. Let's see. I'm trying to do this left-handed. That's not going to end well. Oh, look at that. It did fit in there. Awesome. Because now we can put something in there as a pole, and it won't rip through that cardboard. Put my big bite away. And I think maybe I'll make this tag shaped just a little bit for fun. We're here, why not? You can pick up that piece you just cut and use it to measure, to make sure you get the same angle on both sides, but I'm not really that concerned about it. And let's see, what do we have that we can back it with? I'm just browsing through my stuff. These are my printables. Oh, you know what I do have? What? These are from A Creepy Christmas, which was a freebie last year. It was a whole kit. And the little zombie people were made by Judy at Locker 61. Also be linked down below. But this is a super fun kit if you're into Creepmas. But I have this also. These are from Diane Shaw at Shawcraft 1. You know what? That would fit almost perfectly. If we trim just a little bit off the bottom, we could back it. Yes, I think we should do that. It's a vintage linen, and I think it's beautiful. So let's do that. Put my eyelids away before I spill them everywhere. Because I will. So I think what I'll do is just give this a rough little cut. On that side. Oh no, that's going to be wrong. We need to do a little bit more of a fussy cut on this side. Got to work in reverse. I don't get it real exact. I just kind of wiggle my scissors right along that curvy linen edge. Perfect? Absolutely not. A problem? Absolutely not. I've printed these on not standard copy paper, but slightly heavier presentation paper, and it just works out beautifully. These scissors are way too big. That's ridiculous. There we go. Overkill there. There we go. So Diane did a great job on these Christmas linens. And I don't find those very often, so it was nice to be able to get my hands on some. And since they're digital, I can just print them out whenever I want to. I think digitals are a great investment. They're very reasonably priced generally, and you can just use them over and over, which is kind of groovy. All right. Now the other two sides I'm just going to cut off because we'll trim them to the size of the tag. Don't really want any of the white box showing on the back. I'm opposed to white space. More is more. At Christmas and, well, honestly, all the time. In my world, more is more. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. Get our glue book over here. I think, what do I want to do? There's all this white space up there, and I'm not really a huge fan. I should have covered it before I put the eyelet in. I am now realizing. Sorry, phone rang. Why is it that my phone doesn't ring for hours, and the second I turn on the camera, it does? So I'm trying to think. I was just realizing I shouldn't have put that eyelet in until after I covered the back. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do about the white space up there. I think I'll, well, I'm torn. Let's see. What do I have? I have my distress paint. Nope, still can't talk. This might work. I don't know if the dauber on this works anymore. Oh, that's not bad. That'll work. So this is, what color? Barn Door Distress Paint by Tim Holtz. It dries really, really matte, and I like that. And it looks like it's sticking pretty darn well to this slightly glossy paper. And it will get rid of that white for us. So that's pretty cool. Just taking it down a little bit to make sure I don't have any sticking out. And you know what? As long as we're doing that, maybe we'll just do all the edges. Sorry about the thumping. And that way, places where the paper doesn't extend, we won't have a white edge. Awesome. Tim Holtz to the rescue. It's a Tim Holtz Christmas, you guys. Just have all this stuff and I should use it instead of having it just festering in my drawers. Okay. I'll just take a second to dry. And let's see. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is when that dries, I'll glue the paper down and then trim the paper off. And we'll have a groovy tag. Let me hit this with the heat tool. The paint takes no time at all to dry, but I want to move along, so I just gave it a little help. So now, once again, let's go ahead and, well, let's not waste too much glue. So we can cut this right about here. Make sure I didn't cut too much off because then I'll be mad. Oh no, look at that. I got it right on the nose. And then we'll cut it right about there. Hate to lose those good bits, but I'll save these. Don't ever know when these might come in handy. So we'll put them over here and keep a hold of those. And then I think I will put glue on here. My glue stick is getting very low and very sticky. Hopefully I have another one up here. It's where they live, so you would think there'd be one in a drawer somewhere. I'm liking having my Christmas things in that one little box. I did not make any Christmas journals for sale this year, so my Christmas Bob cart is out, but I just sort of pulled out the things I wanted to use for my personal journals and am using those. So it ought to make a dent anyway. Okay, let's see about this. I think I'm going to line it up on, oof, that is sticky. Line it up on this side as well as I can. A little crooked, but that's okay. Where is my burnisher? Go. Make sure that's down good and tight. And I'm thinking maybe some baker's twine in that hole. That red and white might look nice. Got that little piece. Let's get this little piece. Just little overhangers. Perfect. Look at that. Got our tag. I'm going to try to smooth out this crease a little bit. But I think it'll be okay. It's not going to get a whole lot of use or anything. So it should be fine. Got a little bit more tag or backing hanging out down there. All right. I like it. Put the lid on this. So now I have little cardinal in the tree, and I got one of those Facebook reminders that in 2012, December 12th, 2012, I was having a girls' night with my bestie, Samantha. That was a really fun night. We were playing games and eating Chinese food. I like those memories. They make me a little sad when they come up sometimes, but I do enjoy that they come up and remind me. So let's go ahead, and I've got red and white baker's twine in here. My finger's stuck in the spool. Oh, brand new, hasn't been opened. There we go. The glare from the ring light makes it hard to see where to cut. So let's just put a little loop-de-loop. Oh, and you know what I found when I was digging for eyelets? Were some cute rusty jingle bells, again from Diane at my old barn door. I'll link her Etsy shop down below. She's awesome. Just totally drew a blank. Oh, my brain. Oh, my brain. So what if we tied a little jingle bell on there, too? because nothing says fun and Christmas like a rusty jingle bell. Should we put a little bow on there? Being baker's twine, it's coming untwisted. I don't know what I want to do. Should we consider this the front or the back? I think we'll consider it the back. We'll put this one as the front and put one of our photos. Should we put the cardinal or should we put Samantha in the pocket? Wow, that ended up being tricky. I use this. This is well, I don't know if you can see it. It's a dental floss pick. They come in the oral hygiene section. They are super convenient for threading things like baker's twine through holes or beads or whatever. And they're a lot easier to thread than a beading needle or something. So there you go, fun tip. And they're inexpensive. So you can't really go wrong. We've got our little jingle bell. We've got our little bow. Our bow is kind of wonky, but it'll be okay. I cut way too much baker's twine, not knowing what I was going to do, but that's okay. We'll give it a nip right there, give it a nip right there, and that's a super cute pocket, or a tag for our pocket, rather. And it jingles. So now the next question is, do we want to put Samantha or the cardinal? As I said, I cut this out. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so let's move this stuff out of the way. And we'll put down the day and date and think about our choices here. We could, if we did the day and the date. You can see I'm still messing with this. This is a flash card by Eric Carle, a little paper collage cardinal. I could do that and put the cardinal there. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to put the cardinal on this page. I'm just thinking about it now because, generally speaking, if I have something big like this, I want to have my day and date overlap it. So I could put that there and put that there and write about the cardinals squabbling. It was so funny. I don't know what he'd gotten into, but he was in big trouble. And his wife was sitting up in a tree just chattering and madder than a wet hen. And she flew away eventually, and then he came in, and I couldn't see her anymore. But she was not far away, and she was yelling, and he'd yell back, and they carried on for, I don't know, half an hour or something. I almost froze to death sitting up there listening to him. And I'm just using some walnut stain distress ink to knock back those white edges. So I thought it was worth documenting. It was really funny. And again, I'm going to use my art glitter glue for this because it's a little slick. So as predicted, our December has been pretty darn quiet. So I'm just journaling about little things that happened during the day, putting in beautiful Christmas cards I've gotten. Nothing earth-shattering, but interesting to look back on nonetheless. It's our life. Good to know. Good to know. So there's our cute little cardinal card. Now I kind of wish I'd put it over here. I don't know why, but, well, it's too late. So wish away, Brookie, ain't happening. Now we can cut out our 12. And again, this is on sticker paper. And normally I would have cut it out with the Cricut, but, well, the printer's really mad. I have a bad feeling I might have to get a new one. I've got one downstairs that works beautifully, but it's too far away to connect with the printer, the Cricut. Yeah, it's a big fiasco. I could take the Cricut downstairs and use my iPad to print and cut, but I don't know, the design space that Cricut uses doesn't always work all that well from the iPad. It's a little glitchy. Although from what I understand, lots of things in Cricut are glitchy right now. So I just printed them and have been cutting them by hand. It's fine. One last little peel. All right, where's my tin pen? There it is. Stay down, little bird. Oh no, I ripped this little wrapper off. It's stuck to my gluey finger. I'll have to do sticker surgery. Get back on here. There we go. You'll never know that came off. And here's Thursday. And what I usually do is get my main items down, and then before I do the journaling, I'll go in and do all my doodling and mark making and filling in of space. And that's just the order I like to do it in. Works out pretty well for me, because if you've seen my journal pages, you know I like all the things on them. I get a little crazy, but I like that. I like the chaotic look. Personal preference. Okay, so there's Thursday. There's that. Let's get rid of some of these little scraps. Ooh, I buried my garbage bucket. Excuse me for reaching. Oh, there you are. Now, did we want to put that like right there? Do I like that there? Oh, you guys, such a glare from the ring light. I'm so sorry. Do we like it there? I kind of wanted to cover up that. Put it there and journal there. Nah, I'm not going to want to journal on that. It's too glossy. I could put it here and then journal here. That might work. I think I like it right there. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. Whoops. Craft-a-lanch, and then of course I stuck my fingers in the glue. And then I moved my gluey bit. Oh, Brooke. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? This will dry clear over here. Little smear over here, but that's okay. We'll get it. Okay, so we'll have all this space for journaling. I'm going to put my little photocopy paper bird over there. And then Samantha will go on this tag. Let's see if we can get it to curl the other way. When I did the heat drying, I heated it on both sides, and that should help it flatten out. But once it goes into our pocket, it ought to flatten out just beautifully. Ooh, guess I should trim that down the rest of the way. So there's not a whole bunch to journal about, and I'm using a lot more images because of that. And I like that. It's decorative, it's fun, and it's still documenting those days. I did see a stamp set that might be fun. I haven't used any stamps, I don't think, yet. This one is Hampton Arts, and it makes me laugh. Can you guys see it? Maybe if I took it out of the stupid package, that would help Brooke. Not too much. She's hysterical, and then there's a little phrase that says, want to play some reindeer games. And I thought that might be funny because that's what we were doing that night. So what do I want to do? Maybe I want to stamp the lady and color her on a separate piece of paper. I'm going to get some watercolor paper. Hold on. Okay, I dug out a scrap of, it's just cheapo watercolor. It's paper, it's pretty thin. Nothing very fancy. And then I've got my crazy little lady here. And I'm going to use my VersaFine Onyx Black. It's a nice water resistant ink, so we can do a little watercoloring on it, color her up. All right, oh, she's got another, no she doesn't. Okay, never mind. So I will get her on there. It's going to be close. Very close on her elbow. One of her elbows is just peeking off, so we may not get a great impression on that one, but it'll do. Grab my LLB catalog so we have a little cushion. Get a cleaner impression if you're stamping into something soft. Ink her up. And she just cracked me up with her giant jingle bell earrings. She's very snazzy. Just that. Grab that. We'll start down at the bottom in case we have to do another impression. I have a feeling I moved that when I laid it down. That will be sad. Okay. Boy, that's glary too. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't have enough natural light in here to film without the ring light. I mean, I could, you just wouldn't see anything. Oh, she came out pretty darn okay for me. Works for me. Now I'll clean my stamp. And yes, that is the extent of my stamp cleaning. Let's put her back. I'm going to put her back on her plastic so I don't lose her. And I think we will put the little reindeer games thing on in a bit. Oh, that's not going back together very nicely. There we go. Nope, still not. Yowza. Okay, let's get that and that out of our way. Running out of room here, you guys. Get our tag out of the way. So let's get our whole journal out of the way. Let's drop everything on the floor just to make it a little more confusing. All right. And I think I'm going to use, I'm kind of taking my time because I want to let that ink dry for a minute. I've got my Lydia Aqua colors. These are just beautiful. They are water soluble crayons. So I've got those right there. I'm going to pull out my water again. Put my little dabber cloth right there. Actually, you know what? I think that's a dried baby wipe and it's not working as well as a paper towel would. So let's go ahead and put our paper towel there. Take the lid off my water. And let's get to coloring. I guess her dress should be red. So I'm just going to go in and pick the colors up off the tips of these crayons. It's very loose. I do have my color swatches right here, so I'm sort of referring to that. There's not really a true red, so I guess I'm going to go with Pale Geranium Lake, which I think is you. Nope, that's Vermilion. You must be Pale Geranium Lake. So we'll pick some of that up. Let's check the color. Oh, that color is great. And I'll just go in and do a little loose watercoloring. You can certainly do this. This is just coloring inside the lines or outside the lines, as the case may be. Pick up a little bit more. Get a little more shadow on this side. Get a little more shadow over here. They work very similarly to watercolors. This brush is holding a whole lot of water. Pick up a little bit more. Maybe go under her belt. Just drop in some color there. Drop a little color in down there. Should make her dress stripes red? Sure. Concentrating really hard to figure out the pattern of stripes. That's kind of sad, isn't it? And I think her shoes should be red. That's what I think. It's a little too much, so I'm going to take some water, pick some of that up, just bring it over to this shoe. I find watercoloring in rubber stamps so relaxing. All the hard work is done for you with the drawing. Well, I was trying to pick up some of that, but that's just not going to happen. And let's see. We have got probably the closest to skin color for us would be a light flesh. Samantha and I are both pale, pale people until you get to summertime. Then we're not quite so pale. So we'll just put some of that. Not worry about filling in every little spot. Get our fingers a little bit. And there's some dark flesh. We could do a little accent with that. Just give her a little bit of a shadow. I might also, sometimes when I'm watercoloring like this on a stamp, I'll wait for it to dry, and then I'll go in with colored pencils and do a little more accenting. So I guess her little reindeer horns should be, they're not horns, they're antlers. Yeah, that's it. I think maybe raw umber. Hopefully this isn't too yellow. Oh, it's pretty yellow. This is going to look cute, though, with that picture on the tag. I want to play some reindeer games. It's going to crack me up. Yeah, that's pretty light and pretty yellow. So maybe I'll go in with a little burnt ochre or raw umber. A little raw umber. I think that's a little better. Gosh, I can barely see over the glare of the ring light with this water. I hope you guys can see anything. I have lots of windows in this room, but they're up high and they're kind of far away from me. Okay, that looks pretty darn good. I think her stockings might need stripes. Should her belt and her stockings be green? So she's a right jolly old elf? Let's do it. What the heck? I'm going to go for like a bright green though. The colors in the linen are pretty bright. So I will go in when this is dry. I'll go in and color her earring, her jingle bells. She's got 6 jingle bells, and her belt buckle with jelly roll pens. I just don't have them up here. Again, lots of juice in that pen. Doesn't she look festive? She's ready to go out on the town. I'll pick up a little bit of dark green. Maybe just for a little accent. Little shadow, little shadow. I'm going to see if I can blot a little of this water up without making a big mess. Let's see if that'll give us a little darker color. Yeah, it's this water brush. There's no water in it, but it's holding a lot of water in its bristles. Okay, let's daub that off a little bit and try this one more time. There we go. Now the green, the darker green is showing. I'm just kind of dropping it in to get a little bit of a shadow. Part of it is the cheap watercolor paper is not really doing its job for, fine art watercoloring. All right, she's looking pretty zippy. She could be a lot brighter. I don't know. Should we do her sunglasses black? Let's do it. Unfortunately, it looks like she was still a little wet in her nose, and the watercolor started to travel a little bit. I bet I can fix that up with a Posca. Now that I put the black down, of course, I don't want to put anything else down because I'm afraid it's going to all run. So what'll happen is let's glue Sam's picture down so she doesn't escape. Put this to the side for the moment. And let's see, we'll use our art glitter glue, which I did not close, so hopefully it'll still come out. When I printed this out, I just made a note on the back that it was 12/12/14 in case I didn't get to it real soon, because I remember things for like 5 seconds, you know. So that was just a little note to self. Ow. Come on, open up. You weren't open that long. You can really be having a cow. Little temperamental art glitter glue is. I think I'll put Samantha up here, and then I got nothing to buff my picture with. I stole it for the paint water. Then we'll put our funny lady up here, or maybe we'll put it down there and put "Want to Play Reindeer Games." Let's check the fit of this in our pocket, because it's going to take a little while for our watercolor lady to dry. So I might end it here, and we'll come back and finish up with that. So here's our tag right here in our pocket. Oh, I like how it looks sticking out. Get that bow kind of centered above our thumb notch. Look at that. That's fun. We'll have all the journaling about the cardinal family down here. Do a little frame around this guy as well with the glitter marker. Wow, that was quite a sneeze from downstairs. Could you guys hear that? Mark just sneezed his head off. I hope he didn't literally sneeze it off. Wow. So there's that. Let that dry for a minute. Anything else we can stick on here? Probably I should wait until after I do the journaling and then embellish some. Ooh, I do like this. This is faux washi tape from one of my kids. Do I want to put that on there? Just to kind of tie those things in. I think I might. Let's ink it. I've been creeping downward and downward. I'm sorry. Pull it towards me to see what I'm doing. I think my ink pad is getting mighty dry. And our glue book. Try this dreadful glue. Before we go on to our next journaling session, I shall dig out a new container of glue, a new tube of glue, because this feels like it wants to rip the paper. It's so sticky and thick. And we'll put that right there. Just to kind of, can you see that? Yeah. Just to kind of tie those three things in together. The card and the photo, and then that. And we've got our date and our day. And we've got our fun tag in there that we just need to finish. And our journaling. And then we can go in and make marks, which is my favorite part. Keep looking over here like I just want to add things willy-nilly, but no. All right, then I think we will leave it there for today while our crazy lady dries. She's going to be awfully cute when we cut her out, though. Her mouth was already black, And so when the sunglasses ran, it kind of joined up with her mouth, and I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that. I may end up stamping her again. But either way, we will figure it out and get this card finished. So that will be another page complete. And I will see you guys again really soon. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye.